Thursday, 6:10 a.m. The car coughs twice and dies at a stoplight. Not dramatic, not TV movie, just the worst day for it. Most people reach for a high-interest credit card and promise to figure it out later. We didn't. A 3-tier emergency buffer turned a $400 problem into a 48-hour hiccup. Quick note, if math first money helps, subscribe. New videos every week. Here's the point of today's story. Emergencies don't care about your budget's feelings. They attack timing. If your plan collapses the first time a tire pops or a bill arrives early, investing pauses, fees start, and motivation evaporates. The job of an emergency fund isn't to make you rich. It's to keep your long-term plan alive while real life swerves. That's what a tiered buffer does better than one giant number. Tier 1 is quick cash. Fast, boring, and always within reach. Think $500 to $1,000 parked where you can move it in seconds. Checking plus a linked savings. It handles the stuff that usually creates fees or credit card balances. Tows, co-pays, small repairs, last-minute prescriptions. It's not optimized for yield, it's optimized for speed. When a mini crisis hits, you don't negotiate with yourself. You just pay it and keep the machine running. Tier 2 is 1-month core bills. Not your whole lifestyle, your engine. Rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, basic transport, and minimum debt payments. One clean month of that number set aside. If hours get cut or a paycheck is late, Tier 2 lets you glide through a billing cycle without panic or late fees. You buy time. Time keeps your investing automation on schedule. Tier 3 is your multi-month reserve, 3 to 6 months of those same core bills, built slowly. Most people don't build it fast, and that's fine. The sequence matters more than the speed. Tier 1 first, Tier 2 next, Tier 3 over time as your income grows, and your plus 1% yearly savings increase keeps compounding. You're constructing shock absorbers, not bragging rights. Back to Thursday. We called the tow. $120. The shop texted an estimate, $280 for parts and labor. Old us would have split it across 2 cards and hoped to catch up. New us opened the banking app, tapped Tier 1, and covered both. No drama. No scramble. On Friday, the usual paycheck routine still ran. Bills, sinking funds, everyday, invest, buffer, in that order. The automated investment fired like any other week. That quiet, nothing-changed feeling was the win. The trick with Tier 1 is simple. Spend from it quickly. Refill it quickly. Here's the refill playbook we used. 48 hours. Pause 2 or 3 small discretionary choices. A takeout dinner, a rideshare you can replace with a bus, a convenience store run, and sweep that cash back into Tier 1 immediately. The goal isn't to punish yourself. It's to restore the shock absorber before the next bump. 30 days. Run a calm leak audit to finish the refill. Scan the last 3 statements for fees, unused subscriptions, and small drips. Cancel, renegotiate, or switch accounts where it makes sense. Those rescue dollars complete the reset without touching long-term contributions. Where do these tiers live? Tier 1 lives where speed lives. Keep it in checking, plus a linked savings you can pull from instantly. Accept the lower yield. Speed is the feature. Tier 2 and Tier 3 live where boredom lives. Separate savings or a money market account you don't stare at every day. Fewer transfers, fewer temptations. You can nickname them Core Bills 1 month and Core Bills Reserve, so your brain remembers the job. Cash has a job, stability and speed, not excitement. How big is Core Bills? Strip your life to the engine, not the paint job. List the essentials that keep you housed, insured, powered, and mobile. Rent or mortgage, utilities, basic transport, insurance, and minimum payments. Food at home, not restaurants. That total times 1 is Tier 2. That total times 3 to 6 is Tier 3, eventually. If your income is variable, your targets might flex, but the order stays the same. What if partners disagree on what counts as an emergency? Decide a one-line definition together. Unexpected and necessary. A blown tire? Yes. A flash sale? No. What about the worry that money is just sitting there doing nothing? It isn't doing nothing. It's doing its job. Preventing fees, preventing debt at high interest, and, most importantly, preventing you from turning off the investments that build your long-term plan. That job has real value, even when it looks boring. Let's turn the idea into a blueprint you can act on this week. First, write down your 3 tiers. Tier 1. Pick a number you can hit this month, $500 to $1,000 for many beginners. Tier 2. Total 1 month of core bills. Tier 3. Choose a long target, 3 to 6 months of those same core bills. If the numbers feel big, remember the sequence. Start small, build in order. Second, set up the accounts. Keep Tier 1 in checking plus a linked savings you can move between instantly. Put Tier 2 and Tier 3 in separate savings or a money market account you won't poke. If your bank allows nicknames, label them clearly. Third, connect the buffer to your paycheck system so nothing derails. On payday, money lands. Bills are preloaded. Sinking funds get their slice for annual expenses. Everyday spending gets its lane. Investments happen on payday. Then the buffer tops up. Same order, every payday. If a small emergency hits, pay from Tier 1 and let the next paycheck restore it before you increase anything else. Fourth, script the refill routine in advance so you're not improvising under stress. 48 hours. Choose the exact micro-cuts you'll make. No delivery, no rideshare, no impulse buys, for 2 days. 30 days. List the accounts you'll call or cancel if needed. Utilities, mobile plan, insurance, subscriptions, and block 20 minutes for each item. You're not guessing. You've already decided. Fifth, keep your identity anchored to the habit. Investing on payday with a plus 1% yearly increase, not to perfect months. If a big emergency hits and you need to draw from Tier 2, that's what it's for. Refill in layers. Tier 1 first, then rebuild Tier 2, while keeping the investment automation alive at a level you can sustain. Your plan survives because it flexes. Let's replay Thursday with that lens. Car dies. Tier 1 covers 2 payments in minutes. The paycheck order on Friday doesn't change. We run the 48-hour refill. Cook at home, skip convenience, sweep the cash. Over the next month, a quick call to the mobile provider trims a few dollars, and canceling an unused subscription frees a few more. Because the system absorbed the hit, there's no fee spiral, no debt spiral, and no, I'll pause investing until I catch up spiral. The math keeps moving quietly in the background. You might be wondering how this connects to your long-term goals, like the path to $1 million we've mapped out in earlier videos. Simple. Buffers protect behavior, and behavior funds investing. Dollars you don't lose to mistakes become dollars that hit the market earlier. Earlier dollars get more time. Time and consistency are the real compounding engines. The tiered buffer isn't a side quest. It's the backbone that lets the main quest continue. Here's your 2-minute action before the day ends. 1. Write your Tier 1 target, an amount you can reach this month. 2. Total 1 month of core bills for Tier 2. 3. Pick a Tier 3 target you'll grow into over time. 4. Open or label the account so each tier has a home. 5. Write your 48-hour and 30-day refill steps on a sticky note or in your Notes app and save it as emergency playbook. If you want accountability, post 2 things in the comments. Your Tier 1 goal and the first 2 moves you'll use to reach it in 7 days. Maybe cooking at home 3 nights and canceling a dormant subscription. That tiny public commitment makes follow-through easier, and it gives others real examples to copy. You don't need to predict emergencies. You need a structure that absorbs them. Tier 1 for speed, Tier 2 for stability, Tier 3 for resilience. Refill fast in 48 hours, finish in 30 days, and let your investments keep running while life throws pebbles at your windshield. Educational content only, not financial advice.